What's up, everyone? Fanboys Unleashed, bringing you another review. This one is for the highly anticipated film from one Matthew Warren Ellis, Godzilla. And the movie follows. It starts out with Bryan Cranston and his family. He's a nuclear scientist, and he's noticing some peculiar seismic activity. Nobody really wants to listen to him, and the facility is attacked by a monster, pretty much. He knows it, but they cover it up. 15 years goes by from then, and now we have Aaron Taylor Johnson, who's playing a grown-up version of Bryan Cranston's son. He goes to Japan to try to bring his dad back from the depths of all this shit, and the monster that attacked from 15 years before has laid a nest of some sort that hatches and is setting out to wreak havoc in the world, but unfortunately for him, there's also another beast that lives in this world and is basically hot on its trail throughout the film, and that is Godzilla. Well, we'll start off with you. Did this live up to your expectations, or?
Well, as everyone knows, anyone who listens to the show, the podcast, watches the video, it's all I've really been talking about, dude. It's been a countdown to the return of the king, as I like to call it now. The thing is like you were asking me, dude, how could this movie possibly fill the shoes that I have expected for it? And they did it with returning to being traditional. You know what I mean? They didn't bastardize the character. They used, like, the storyline was great. The effects on it were fantastic. The fight scenes with Godzilla and the Muto were just lights out, man. And it's just, I don't know. I can't stop thinking about it. There's certain parts of the film where I'm just like, dude, this is fucking badass. There's no way it can get any better. You know, and I guess you could say I'm a sucker for monster films, with Jurassic Park being my number one all time. I think Jurassic Park's going to have to take a step down to number two.
First of all, in terms of the acting, Bryan Cranston's not in this film for very long, but he's phenomenal. In every scene he's in. Very, very good. Elizabeth Olsen, she's pretty good for the most part. Aaron Taylor Johnson, he's okay.
Yeah.
Not bad, I wouldn't say, but, not great. But, I mean, who are we fucking kidding? This is a monster movie.
Yeah.
You come to see that, and you don't get a ton of Big G until the end, pretty much, but you do get a lot of the Muto.
Right. You get a lot of the Muto. You get a good dose of Godzilla throughout, but the thing is, it's like it's leaving you hungry for more. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's leading you along, and then when it finally gets to that moment that is coming, everybody knows it's coming, they deliver basically on all ends. But, I felt maybe they dragged on a little too long to get to that point, but it made you earn that moment. And when that moment comes,
it really did.
Fucking phenomenal.
I mean, I don't have a complaint about it. I mean, at first I was kind of thinking, until the final showdown. I'm glad they did it the way they did, man, because anything else they would have showed would have taken away from that epic moment. And you know what I mean? It was just flat out, oh, man. The Raid 2, the review for that, I said that was the best fight scene I've ever seen. Not anymore.
Well, the thing is, what I like about Gareth Edwards, first of all, there's a lot of comparisons to his film Monsters. If you've seen that,
yes,
you see a lot. It almost feels like this is the movie he wanted to do,
Right.
And now that he finally had the budget and somewhat of the backing and the storyline to do it, this is what we get. And I like how he shows you a view from the people, but it's not shaky cam. It's framed up real nice, so you're kind of getting a first-person view of being in that world and seeing these monsters and these creatures battling it out
cleanly.
Yes, and the way it sticks to the traditionalism of this franchise, you get exactly what you want from it. The attitude, the demeanor, the fight style, the powers Godzilla possesses, and the way it ended too is just classic Godzilla all the way around.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's anything that any Godzilla fan could have asked for, and then some.
And I have a feeling that, like, pretentious, paid movie critics are going to have their fucking pinky out, ripping this film. But, I mean, fuck, like we said from the very start, this is what we, as fanboys, want to see, and it gave us everything we could get. And with that, it deserves high marks from me. So I'm going to give it a 9.5.
Oh!
It's not quite a 10 for me, but it's very, very close.
Okay. As for me, I don't hand out 10s. I just don't hand them out. I mean, movies got to be perfect. They got to be flawless. They got to have everything in it for me, and I've thought about this for quite a while. It's like, does this movie really deserve a 10? Does it? And the answer is yes, it fucking does, dude. I give this straight across the board 10 out of 10. This is by far the best movie I've ever fucking seen, dude. It had everything in it that I wanted. Anything I could have asked for, it was there. The formula was perfect. Traditional Godzilla fans are going to fucking love this movie.
The one thing I'll say, though, is I don't think the 3D is necessary.
It really isn't. I could have done without it, to be honest with you. I didn't even realize it halfway through the movie. You know what I mean? I was like, why am I wearing my sunglasses inside kind of thing,
Yeah.
But those are some badass fucking 3D sunglasses or 3D glasses if I've ever seen any.
But you know what? It's almost worth the trade-off to experience this in IMAX.
Yeah. But seeing at the Dolby Theater in Hollywood, man, I mean, I wouldn't have traded that in for anything.
No, it doesn't get much better than that.
Nope, seeing the red carpet and all that good stuff, dude.
Yeah. But go see it. It's a great movie, great monster movie. This is, more or less what we wanted to see from Pacific Rim and didn't get all that, quite frankly. So check it out, Hey, are you guys fans of Godzilla? What was your favorite Godzilla movie growing up? Were you a fan of Zilla, or was it a complete piece of shit like we think it is? Let us know below. Hit that subscribe button. Do us a favor. And once again, thanks for watching.